Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So it has been quite a while since my last video of this series, but today I am talking about some more DVD pickups thanks to Disc Replay. So this is actually part 8 of my buy 2 get 8 free sale haul. As I mentioned in all these videos, since like November of 2021, some of my local disc replays have been having random buy 2 get 8 free sales over the weeks, and these are the movies I've picked up in those sales. Now, I'll mention the ones I'm going to show here, and the next 2 videos are actually ones I've picked up months ago. But this past, I guess 2 weekends ago now, I went to my most local disc replay, the one closest to me, and they were having buy 2 get 8 again. So I did find another stack of 10, but you'll see that in a later part. So yeah, excited to share these with you guys because there are some really interesting things in this stack, including some multi-movie packs. So although I'm only paying 66 cents a DVD or an item, it's even less when you do it divided by the movies I actually pick up in these packs. So it's just a ridiculously good deal to have access to these films, which is really what matters the most. So yeah, let's do this, guys. If you have a second before we get into it though, if you can hit that like button down below, that really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right into my Disc Replay buy 2 get 8 free sale haul part 8. I just counted, and there's actually a total of 13 movies in this stack today, which is just fantastic. So the first one up here is a double feature of American Me from 1992, I believe, and Empire from 2002. So these are 2 films that I've heard a lot about, American Me, or that I've seen before and thought was good enough, I guess. So the real reason I grabbed this one was for American Me. I've heard, things about it over the years that made it sound like something I should check out. It is, of course, directed by Edward James Olmos and starring Edward James Olmos. Supposed to be a really good movie, so excited to see that one for the first time. And then revisiting Empire with John Leguizamo, who I really like. And this is they're both crime movies, basically. Empire is very much so that. And like I said, it was a above average film, I guess I'd call it. Not a great movie by any stretch, but I liked it well enough. That one is directed by Frank Reyes. So yeah, both films of the similar ilk is what it sounds like. So yeah, looking forward to revisiting Empire at some point in my life and then checking out American Me. Very interested to see if that one is as good as this reputation has led me to believe. So the first one here is a double feature of American Me from 1992 and Empire from 2002. I have one more multi-pack here, and this one's actually a triple feature of comedy films, and I've not seen any of these yet, so really looking forward to checking these out. One of them has Robin Williams in it, who's just one of the greatest. So we have Cadillac Man with Robin Williams and Tim Robbins, and then there is Running Scared, Gregory Hines, Bill Crystal, and finally The Couch Trip. So great casts on these, and these are kind of lesser comedies, I guess I'll say, just because I've not really heard too much about these over the years. But I mean, the cast on these have Dan Aykroyd, and the last one here I didn't even mention, like just a phenomenal cast on all 3 of these movies. So I have high expectations. I'm hoping I will like them. And I mean, it's 3 movies for 66 cents, so like you can't go wrong there. So yeah, looking forward to checking these all out, and they're all in the proper aspect ratio, which is something I always check before getting into these multi-packs. This is one, so there's 2 on one DVD and then 1 on the other. So unfortunately not 3 different DVDs, but I'm sure that's not going to make too much of a difference on this comedy triple feature. So Cadillac Man, Running Scared, and The Couch Trip, a triple feature of different comedies that I've yet to see. So looking forward to checking this one out. Next up is a horror comedy that looks really fun. It stars Andy Serkis from, of course, Lord of the Rings, but I know him best from Rise of the Planet of the Apes and that series. This is The Cottage, directed by Paul Andrew Williams. Paul Andrew Williams also did Cherry Tree Lane, which is another movie I really want to check out. It looks really cool. If I'm not mistaken, I think that one's a home invasion thriller, so if I can come across it, I will definitely be picking that one up at some point. But yeah, this is a like horror comedy where they kidnap this woman, and then Andy Serkis and his 2 like stepbrothers, I think they are trying to kind of keep her in line, and it's just going to be kind of take off from there. So sounds like it could be interesting. Looks like a lot of fun on the front and the back here, and has an interesting director, and Andy Serkis is in it, so what's not to like there? So yeah, looking forward to checking out The Cottage from 2008. Next up is another comedy classic that I still have to see. This is Stripes with Bill Murray. And this is one directed by Ivan Reitman. Wonderful. Like, I'm sure this is going to be great. But this is one that somebody was actually talking about relatively recently here on the channel. They left a comment and suggested this one. So, yeah, I just really want to see it. Of course, I've known about this for years. It's just I've never gotten around to it. So now it is in the collection, and I cannot wait to check it out. And this one actually is the extended cut. So I guess there's like 20 extra minutes of footage. So I don't know if the theatrical cut is the way to go or the extended cut. Maybe you guys can give me some advice down below. But yeah, either way, excited to finally check out Stripes with Bill Murray. This next one is the last in this pile that I've yet to see, but this one I have to watch soon. This is Mildred Pierce with Joan Crawford, and this is a mystery thriller, maybe a little bit of shades of horror in here as well, based on the novel written by James Cain, so should be a lot of fun. I cannot wait to check out this film noir. It looks fantastic, and I've heard so many great things about this over the years, and it's Joan Crawford, so I'm sure it's going to be enjoyable. Cannot wait to check out Mildred Pierce. This one is directed by Michael Curtis, who is a name that's familiar to me, but I'm just like, it's escaping me right now. I can't remember what else I would have known him from, but yeah, this one should be great when I get around to it. So Mildred Pierce. So Michael Curtis, Casablanca, of course. I don't know how that escaped me, but I just want to throw that out there. That's why I recognize the name. Anyway, next up is Joe Dirt from 2001, and I love this stupid movie. At least I did when it was relatively new to home media, because that's the last time I saw this, but it is just David Spade playing like the most stereotypical redneck on the planet, with his mullet and everything, and it's really funny. So it's probably not going to be as good as I'm remembering it to be right now when I revisit it, but it's one that I'm very happy to have in the collection, so cannot wait to revisit Joe Dirt with David Spade from 2001. This next one is from 1998, and this one is a tough watch, but this is an excellent movie. This is American History X. Another one that I was actually surprised I didn't have in the collection previously, directed by Tony Kaye, but Edward Norton is just phenomenal in this. Like, it is such a brutal movie about, like, white supremacy and just kind of things surrounding that. It's been quite a while since I've seen this one, but I cannot wait to check this one out again because it was fantastic from what I recall. So 1998's American History X, and it is in a snapper case, which is always cool. So yeah, very excited to get back around to American History X from 1998. This next one is a horror movie that I would put 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, somewhere around there. Not the best, but it's pretty good. 3.5 out of 5, I think, you know, one of those types of films. This is Pandorum, and this one is directed by Christian Alvord. So this was a movie I saw when it was like brand new to Blu-ray. I watched it, and it wasn't exactly what I was hoping it was going to be. I liked it well enough, but it didn't live up to my high expectations, I guess, at the time. But I have been thinking about it recently, and I've been wanting to give it another shot, so I figured I would pick up the DVD since it was so cheap and check it out. This does have a really cool slipcover. Unfortunately, it has this old Best Buy sticker on it that is just one of those that doesn't want to come off easily, so I need to spend some time with it. But yeah, this is a good sci-fi horror film that I think is worth checking out at least once. It's not going to change your world, but it's pretty decent. So I'll give it another shot, though, see if I like it anymore. Dennis Quaid, Ben Foster in this one. Pretty decent action space horror film. So yeah, Pandorum is another one that I am excited to revisit. This next movie is a great example of a film that, like, I have just tried and tried to make myself love this movie because it's a movie I really feel like I should enjoy. I don't love it, but it's one I want to have in the collection because I often think about it and think about revisiting it, and actually found it brand new, as you can see here, not even open, which is awesome. Dead Silence. So this is a creepy puppet movie, and actually I didn't even point it out, but I'm wearing a Goosebumps shirt. Shout out to Journey. I found this Night of the Living Dummy 3 t-shirt from Journey, and it's phenomenal. I love it. So I love creepy dummies. Like, that's my thing. And so this really should be right up my alley, but for whatever reason, it's not. And it's directed by James Wan, one of the best horror directors out there, written by Lee Winnell. another phenomenal writer. So like, I don't know what it is that misses on this one for me. It's just not as creepy as I want it to be. And it just has like this older, I don't know, weird feel to it. I can't explain. I'll have to give this one another shot though, just because like I said, I've watched it like 3 times and I don't love it, but I want to own it and I want to like watch it again. So it's just one of those weird ones. I don't love it, but I do want to own it. So that's what Dead Silence is to me. Let me know if you guys like this one a little bit better than I do, but yeah. Dead Silence from James Wan. It's now in the collection, brand new, sealed. Actually, the last one in today's pile is also sealed, and this is really cool. Another wrestling DVD. This is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It's actually the epic journey of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, but this is a 3-disc set, and you can see they must have bought it from Ollie's, decided they didn't want to watch it, and so they just turned it into disc replay. But yeah, this is when The Rock came back to the WWE after his movie career had already taken off. He'd been a big Hollywood star by this point, and he came back again. So yeah, I love The Rock. Of course, I'm, a big Attitude Era kid growing up, so I love The Rock, Stone Cold, all those guys. So yeah, always happy when I can add a wrestling DVD to the collection for cheap, because nowadays they've been putting these in the TV series section and marking them up at like $10 a pop. So I don't know, this one got through the cracks, I guess, and I got lucky. So yeah, very happy to have the epic journey of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and that is the 10th and final item in this stack of 10. All right, so there are the 10 from today's pile, and like I said, there's like 13 movies in there, which just makes that 66 cents per movie price go down, so the average is like ridiculous. I love it so much when I can find movies this cheap, but honestly, I've kind of slowed down on buying DVDs recently. That's why the stacks you guys are seeing now I actually bought months ago, but I just haven't shared with you guys yet, so I want to make sure to do that. But anyway, guys, let me know down in the comments below, what have you seen out of this pile, and what do you recommend? Is Stripes the one that should go toward the top of the list, or should I revisit Dead Silence again for the 4th time? Like, let me know where you think I should start with this pile down in the comments below. Heck, leave anything down there. I appreciate any and all support, so thanks so much for that. But as always, guys, if you did enjoy this one, please hit that like button down there. It really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk movies, I talk all things media, be it books, movies, video games, wrestling, graphic novels. If it's media related, I'm interested in it, and if you are too, you might consider subscribing. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.